Next question is quite similar. Uh, it's an anonymous question. He's asking about electronic engineering at ISRO. Like, what are the jobs and how things are?
Yeah. So in fact,
Uh,
in SAC
Sir, I
Ahmedabad,
guess
so
your network.
but
It's fine now.
hello.
There was
Yeah.
some lag.
Hello.
It's fine. Yeah, it's fine now. There was some lag. It's
Yeah.
fine now.
Yeah. So, as I was saying, I hail from this electronics background only. So, 90% of the activities which happen in the payload uh, uh, application point of view or payload point of view, it's all done by electronics engineers only. So, don't worry, there is a lot of scope for engineers here, and all the slides which I have kept here, mostly they focused on the electronics works only. So, what we as electronics engineers do, so apart from the other data things which I've shared, so that is the thing. Another thing is like if you're asking how to get into, it's like similar procedure as we do for other jobs, and not only as Ahmedabad. So electronics is there everywhere. In every center you take, for example, you take a launch vehicle. So launch vehicle is not just the fuel. So you have a lot of avionics which go inside it. So you can understand that there's a lot of scope for electronics engineering in all the departments of ISRO, right? So yeah,
So
I
next
hope I
question.
answered.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Thank you for answering this question. So we will share all the details of you from our side, right? Like LinkedIn or etc. We will share from our side. Yeah.
Okay.
So next question is, how much are the job opportunities available in India for mechanical engineering graduates specializing in rocket uh, propulsion as their MTech? Will they be able to get jobs in ISRO? So I guess
MTech mechanical engineers.
yeah, you are electronic.
No,
I
no.
mean
Still,
branch.
still the procedure
Okay.
is same. I hope. Yeah, I may be able to answer your question briefly, if not completely. See, like the process of entry is same for any branch engineer. So, as you have mentioned, like what is the scope of the mechanical engineers who wants to specialize in aerospace, if I understood correctly. So, uh, yeah, in launch vehicles, if you might have asked. So, the thing is that now, as you know, previously it was in India, it was only ISRO which was working on launch vehicles, and some professors in IITs were doing this. Apart from very few companies which were involved in these activities. Now, with recent government schemes and all, so the space sector is opened for private also. So many people, many new companies have come up. In fact, they are developing these rockets and all. In every other day, you find in news that some company has developed some variant of a rocket and also. Now the future is bright and in India, especially for the mechanical engineers who wants to work in this aerospace division. Though I may not be the right person to comment on this, but this is my general opinion. So you have a lot of scope. And if you're asking for MTech, so see, even I have joined through BTech entry, though I have completed my MTech. So I feel that you may feel that okay, I have done MTech, then I should join this MTech notification only. But whenever there is a notification, even if it is BTech, I feel that you should apply for it. Even if it is a BTech based thing, you should apply for it. Once you get into ISRO, so your MTech knowledge will be very much useful. So don't feel that my MTech has got wasted. But if I take a BTech based job, so I mean I also entered like this, and in ISRO, based on certain criteria, certain dates and all, certain one third, two third criteria, you have the opportunity to get promotion, which we call special review promotions. Very much before, along with the merit base, very much before the regular BTechs who get it 4 years. So MTech is going to help you a lot in future. So even if you take a BTech based notification.
Thank you, sir, for replying this question. Next question is, uh, performing good in GATE DA, data science and AI. Can we get into ISRO, a job in ISRO?
Performing good in gate data science and AI.
Yeah.
So no, job in ISRO will depend, like in which they are asking for will depend completely on the notification. Because if the job is especially if they say that EC people should apply for this, then so that's a different case. But it's not always ISRO takes through gate. So gate performance may not be more relevant if I take notification wise. So but what I feel like when you are preparing for gate exams, so the knowledge which you gain for preparing gate will be like it will be overlapping almost 80% the subjects, the syllabus and all, with the questions which are asked in the ISRO. So I may not be saying that if you get a good rank you will get a job in ISRO, but if you prepare well for gate, then you can easily attempt the ISRO exam. So that I personally I can share it, because I was completely preparing for gate, and then in middle this ISRO exam came. I have attempted without specifically preparing for ISRO. So then that helped me to crack this ISRO exam without any special focus on it. Of course, I have seen the previous papers and all. So yeah, that may not be guaranteed that you get into ISRO if you perform well in GATE, in DS and AI, but you need to check the notifications, how what they are asking for.
Thank you, sir, for applying this. Next question is, what skills need to become IoT, Internet of Things engineer in ISRO?
Okay, if you're asking for the IoT engineers, so mostly these engineers will be working in the receiver section, integrating certain things. If application side, mostly they will be working. So right now we cannot classify what kind of work we are doing, whether it falls under IoT or not, because that's a very wide concept. But still, the connected things and connectivity, and also this co-processing applications and all, so which we generally call this Internet of Things, where all things are connected and they are sharing the data with each other, and easing the work for any individual or for any application. So those kind of knowledge which we get in this, so will be definitely used for the applications, used for the electronics which we develop for the different applications and the ground receivers and all. So yeah, that knowledge will be very much useful. But alone, if I say that okay, IoT, whether it is there in ISRO or not, then that we cannot guarantee. But the knowledge which you gain, the things, technologies which you use for this getting things connected and also, but definitely you have a say in ISRO.
Okay, so thanks for the reply. Hope Ayush Gupta got the proper response. So next question is like a comparison a bit and about your life. So the question goes like this: how is the life as at ISRO? Like I watched videos of employees at Google, Microsoft, Amazon. They have full food, lots of games to play. How is it as at ISRO?
Uh, yeah, yeah. Thanks for asking this question. Because now, yeah, this will give time for me to just think about myself also while answering this question. Because see, if you compare the life of an employee who works in Google versus employee who works in ISRO, so their aims are completely different, their motivations are completely different. So if you are working in ISRO, so you feel, of course, if you are working in Google also, you are doing a lot, you're contributing a lot to the humanity. You are using our lives, everyday lives and all. So but if you are working for ISRO, then there is very much direct relevance for working to the society, for working for the country. So that kind of motivation you have in this work. And also, if you see, like these days, I'm returning home at around 11 o'clock, so I was not able to interact with Manu. Also, he messaged me, so I will be replying late in the night. So around 10 to 20 days. So there was a rigorous work going on because of some activity which cannot share on this forum. But certain things come up as emergency in ISRO, so we need to be ready to go and complete the task. But the other thing, like work life balance, if you're asking about games and all, what are activities we do, so there's a lot of, like, there is very good work life balance in ISRO, because we celebrate many events with full josh and all. So we have a lot of centers for activities, lot of clubs here. I don't call them clubs because that's the word used for the colleges, but we have a lot of committees which push employees to participate in this. And there are center-wise cricket tournaments which happen. So between ISRO, IIT Gandhinagar, then PRL. So Space Cup is organized at Ahmedabad. So and also within centers, ISRO level games are there. So those kind of things, it will be mostly like a college environment only. So where you are competing with other IITs, here also we compete with other centers in games. So every year we have this sports meet kind of thing. And in day-to-day life, okay, the facilities may not be so appealing as we have for other private centers, but yeah, it's like, so far matlab, I didn't feel that okay, I'm missing out something outside.
Thank you, sir, for the response. The next question is again an interesting one from Lemon. Right, what's the means that signals sent to Earth by ISRO satellites reach ISRO only and not decoded by others?
uh, yeah, it's an interesting question. No, it depends like what application we are targeting. So if I say that in navigation, those signals have to reach you only. So those signals have to reach all the receivers because we are broadcasting those signals. So there, as you know, there are you might have studied or you might have read on the news that ISRO has this L1, L5, and S band signals, in which the data frames are being sent to the they're broadcasted all over India. So if you have that receiver which is capable of receiving those signals, then those signals will be with you, so you can receive them. There are certain specialized satellites which are developed for special users. So we can't say that okay, matlab, I can receive those signals or not. So you can't receive because you don't have the receivers made for it. And also there will be a lot of encoding, encryption, everything. And even if you know the frequencies and even if you receive them, so you can't decode it. So the general signals which are available for public, so those things you can receive, they'll be with you. Of course all signals will be with you, but sometimes you can't decode them. So other thing like these images and all, so specifically there will be certain frequencies which they come out, they will be there in the ground stations only, so you can't receive them. So yeah, in Navic, this is made for public, so you have those signals with you. That's the answer.
Thank you, sir, for the reply. Again, we have one question from Azmat Azza Sheikh. The question is there any scope for students of AIML? And similar one question is like any scope for opportunities for CS students? So AIML and then CS also.
Of course, like AML branch itself, that might have come recently, I guess. Like few IITs are giving a separate branch degree in ANML. So, but previously it was a subject for the computer science. Computer science, so maybe I have forgotten to mention, but there is a lot of role played by the computer science engineers here because we have separate entries also. We have separate notifications to get intake computer science students. So I might have forgotten, but there is a lot of scope for computer science students also here because mostly like they may not be independently working on certain processor or certain this thing, but you have to always link it with application. So if you are working in data processing, if computer science engineers are there, so there are certain areas in where only computer science engineers people are there. So along with very few EC people, so there the dominance by those CSC people will be more. So because they knows those algorithms, how to reduce the complexity of algorithms and all. So there are certain divisions where these kind of activities happen. And sometimes what happens, these competence people, what they do, they learn the EC concepts and work it. As I've already mentioned, like ISRO, it is like multidisciplinary thing. So you can't say that okay, once there may be a restriction to enter into ISRO using certain branch, but once you get inside ISRO, the even EC people are working on AML now. So even computer science people work on the electronics. So it's all multidisciplinary. So and that is a culture which we develop at ISRO, that they encourage us to get knowledge of all other branches. Now as subsystem designers, we need to know how the heat budget is calculated, how thermal engineering is done, how the structural engineering is done. So it is multidisciplinary. So the answer is yes, there are certain limitations for people to enter through certain entries, but once you enter, there is a lot of scope for AIML and CS people also. That you need to check in. Maybe in later notifications, there may be separate entries for AM also. So there are no surprises. So, but now, right now it may be for CS as per the latest notification which I know.
So we have one more question similar to EC. The question goes like this. So I'm from EC branch from Tier 3 college. How can I crack ISRO?
No, like there is no like difference whether you are from a tier 1, tier 2 or tier 3 college. All you need to is pass the this written exam and appear for the interview and do well in the interview. So the college really doesn't matter. But what I feel that you need to focus more on the written exam. Uh, we cannot say that okay, a student from a tier 3 college will not be able to crack that exam easily. So he needs to work and all. It completely depends on the individual. So if you work hard and get good marks in this exam and you qualify for the interview, now there in the interview, people don't the panel doesn't distinguish you whether you are from IIT or whether you are from a tier 3 college. So those things doesn't happen if you answer the questions properly, and if you are relevant, giving relevant answers, you are performing well in the interview, then you are in. So I think that doesn't make much difference which college you are from.
Thank you, sir, for the response. The other question is from Soumit Tripathi, and he's asking, can a person pursue masters after joining ISRO? I guess
Definitely.
the
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Those, see, higher education opportunities are always there in ISRO. There may be some criteria that, okay, first you need to at least complete 3 years, which I remember it's 3 years for me. In fact, I'll say share my story also because I have joined with MTech. So then I have applied for the special review with some days missing like that. So I couldn't get through special review because the date criteria was there. One third you need to finish after joining ISRO, and two-thirds should be finished prior to ISRO. But by the time I've joined ISRO, I've completed almost like 80 to 90% of my MTech there. So I couldn't get through it. But those opportunities also there who are in the middle of doing this MTech, they get promotion quickly because of by showing this degree. And once you enter into ISRO, also a lot of opportunities are there to for you to get either into a PhD or to MTech. So and many people what they choose is like the work integrated learning program kind of things which are being offered right now online MTech. So you need not, you need not take leave also to apply for them. So I've seen many of my seniors and my colleagues doing those MTech here without actually disturbing the job profile which you are already doing in ISRO. Most of the times, what they do, they choose the projects, they choose the topics which are relevant to their work. So, like a lot of opportunities there for higher studies. In fact, ISRO encourages for us to get good. I mean, get good hand on the higher degrees and all. So there is no doubt about it. Yeah.
Thank you, sir, for the response. There's one question which is regarding the nationality. So this question is from Vashisht Kumar. He's asking, can Nepali students join ISRO, or is there any nationality criteria?
Uh, I think I'm not the right person to answer it because my knowledge in this is limited. So everything depends on the notification. I request you to kindly check the notification what they are mentioning about the nationality and all. So I feel that I may not be able to answer your question. I'm sorry on this, but you just check the notification. I mean, right now I can't
Yeah.
comment on it.
Yes, sir. Okay, so next question is from Ishika. She's asking, is there any recommendation for master's degree? Because I'm yet to pursue it and always think which is better to specifically aim for ISRO. Please suggest any course in data science field. Uh,
As any course in data science field, yeah, I may not be a right person to guide you, but the choice of the MTech, if you are really targeting the like targeting to join ISRO, matlab, yeah, you can choose. Like you can get to know what are the things which are happening in ISRO, just like I have shared about EC. So yeah, I can help you to get more details about what activities are happening in ISRO in your field of interest. Then accordingly you can choose. But what I feel that okay, if you are choosing a very good branch, you always have a scope of joining ISRO through that. And even after joining ISRO also, you have the scope of applying that knowledge here in these applications. So yeah, they are linked as per your interest, choice of the branch, and getting into ISRO. But most of the times, yeah, you that can be disintegrated also. You can choose a branch of your choice which you like, and still you can get into ISRO whenever there is an opening in that, or whenever there is an opening in the other field. So after getting into ISRO, you can work on anything, provided that comes in your wide circle. So you can work on any field. What I feel that right now, you choose a branch which you like. Of course, I'll guide you in getting more knowledge about what things are happening in your field of interest also.
Thank you, sir, for the response. This a question regarding this only. Uh, is ISRO exam questions same for all types of engineers? I guess graduates, right?
हाँ, मतलब by this question, I what I understand where you're asking, like the difficulty level or the syllabus. So that is completely these two like are completely different. Like difficulty level, we can't say, like difficulty level how it is different from different branches. So, but the syllabus, if you're asking about the syllabus, yeah, syllabus. So what I feel is that most of the time it matches with the GATE syllabus. Along with that, if you see the ES syllabus also, uh, uh, so most of the times these questions will be coming from the concepts which are already asked previously. So you can just go through those previous years GATE and ISRO, even ISRO papers. So you can have a consolidated this concept bank, then you can prepare from it. But the differences in graduates for different papers, so we can't comment on it actually. So there are a lot of differences maybe there, even in difficulty level or the syllabus coverage. Yeah.
Thank you, sir, for the reply. Now, if you have some time, we can like take the questions uh, through voice as well, like raise hand
Yeah.
feature. Okay,
Okay.
2, 3 more questions, right? So
No issue.
first one, I guess Vashisht, sir has answered your question, right? Vashisht. Yeah. So let me turn on mic feature for participants. Yeah, it is on. Okay, so first person is Ritesh Yadav. Yeah, Ritesh, you can ask a question. Ritesh, are there?
Sir, good evening, sir.
Yeah. Good evening.
Sir, I am from a electrical engineering branch in Lucknow College, and as my college is tier three, I want to know that what are the internship opportunities, job opportunities, and as of now, I am a first year student. Then, what are the steps or the I want to just take the guidance that how we can take the internship or take the job in ISRO. This is my concern,
Uh,
sir.
Yeah. So we'll talk first about the internships. Don't worry that which college you belong. That doesn't matter. Yeah. If at all you're working with dedication and also and you're preparing properly, completing the syllabus and your preparation is relevant to the exam, and also you like, rigorously you're working on the test papers which are asked before, so you can easily get through this exam. It's not a very difficult thing. So but you need to get clarity on the concepts, because that's what is more important when you're facing the interview. So preparing for exam is completely different, and preparing for interview is completely different, because you need to put out your thoughts also, because you know how to solve a problem, and you don't
Right,
know
sir.
how to explain it to someone who is sitting in front of you, or a group of people, group of interviewers who are very much senior to you, who in fact has a lot of more knowledge than you, and who can quickly judge you based on whether you are going in right direction or not. So that it itself is an art. So preparation for these two things are different. But what I feel is that your preparation for written exam should be focused, like, because we should not get too much emotional about knowing all the concepts together, because that is also trick actually when you are preparing for exam. The trick is that you need to prepare for that exam, specific focusing on how the pattern is asked. So that is the way to crack the exam. So getting knowledge, doing R&D and all is something what you do after get joining ISRO. So I feel that you should have the clarity of concepts first, because when I was preparing for these exams, I used to get well, too much interest, and I used to go deep inside it. Only in a single topic, I used to go and dig deep inside and get the too much of knowledge, just like a MTech student is doing, just like a PhD student doing. So like that, I wasted a lot of time. But you need to prepare focused. Your preparation should be focused on all the topics of the syllabus. Should not leave out any topic. At least you should have some knowledge on the this thing, because in exam you can leave out the questions, but in interview you can't leave out them. So that's how your preparation should be. Then coming to the other thing which you asked about internships, as I've already mentioned, there is a defined process for applying for internships. So most of the times, like, it doesn't depend on which college you're coming from actually. So of course it depends on CGPA, but that also not absolute. Like if you have good projects along with the CGPA, then because there is a committee sitting which select these interns. And sometimes what happens, if you are good in projects and if you want to directly contact someone in ISRO and do that, still also you need to pass it through the committee only, because if you have contacts also, but that comes through committee only. But never get disappointed about these things, because if you can't get into internship, you can get into ISRO directly by writing the exam. So if your goal is to reach ISRO, you will have always the way. So yeah, that's my answer is, yeah.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, one thing more, sir. Sir,
Okay,
Yeah.
for sir
we are really
for
sorry.
electrical.
Actually, please,
Okay, okay,
we are
okay,
really sorry.
okay, okay,
We have like
okay,
4 people, 5 people still to ask, and like we have to
okay.
wind up the session
Yeah,
around.
Videsh, you can message me if any further queries are there. You can message
Yeah,
me.
we will share everything like sir Insta ID, sir's Insta ID, then LinkedIn and mail as well, right?
Okay,
So you guys can ask there.
okay. Thank,
Next question
thank
is
you very
from
much, sir.
Srinivas Panu. Yeah,
Has nice.
Yeah, yes, sir. Good evening, sir. I'm
Good evening. Srinivas, you are not audible.
pursuing BTech in ECE from the Tier 3 college.
Srinivas, you were not audible actually. Can you repeat your question?
Hello.
Yes, Srinivas. Can you repeat your question?
Hello. Sir, is I'm audible now?
Srinivas, I guess you
Sir,
asked the same question
I'm
in
pursuing
Q&A
my second
section,
year
right?
Tier 3 college, sir. Can you tell me how?
Yeah, Srinivas, same question is being answered, right? I guess.
Yeah, yes, sir, but sir,
Yeah, continue, Srinivas. Yeah, what you are saying.
yeah, yeah, yes, sir. But I have a passion in the electronics and communication, sir. What are the roadmaps to crack DRDO and ISRO, sir?
You are asking for the differences, or to asking for the roadmap to get into these like organizations, right? Yeah, if I understood the question correctly, if you're asking how to get into ISRO and or DRDO, if you are a EC engineer. So as I've already told you, like there are certain like sometimes DRDO keeps this qualification of gate, and or sometimes through written exam. So we need to see the notification. And now the comes the preparation stage. So these subjects will be common for both DRDO and ISRO. So if you, and also the gate. So what I suggest you to focus completely on the fundamental subjects of the EC, get a very good grip on it, because not just clearing the exam is enough, you have to face the interview also. So so that thing you need to keep in mind, and get a good clarity on the concepts, and prepare for the exam, keeping interview also in the mind. But the preparation should be focused for the written exam, and it will be focused for the interview. And also you have to practice lot of test papers, and get a good grip on how to attempt the exam. And those 3 hours or 2.5 hours are also important, because you prepare a lot, you have very good knowledge, and you go there and do some blunders and come back and cry, because that should not happen. Because I strictly say that you should know how to actually how to tackle the time and how to maintain your time. I should not get just should not get your time wasted, should not get wasted in single question. So since you know that okay, I can answer it correctly, I'll take half an hour in single question. So that kind of thing should not happen. For that, the my suggestion is practice test papers a lot. Nowadays there are a lot of online forums where these test papers are given. So if I understood your question correctly, so this is the process how to mm, get into ISRO or DRDO or in fact any other this government job.
Thank you, sir, for this response. So we are going to take the last question. Uh, Telukala, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. Hemant Kumar Sahu. You can go on.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Hemant.
Sir,
Sir,
tell me
if we want
something
to
about
learn any course from,
exam.
Srinivas.
I am a student in BS in electronic systems, sir,
Okay,
and I have also completed diploma in electronics, sir,
right. Huh.
and given several exams of ISRO, but still not cleared the written exam.
Okay.
So, could you please tell me the exact preparation strategy and what is the skill test regarding skill test and how to attempt and after the exams are we are not getting any solution we are getting any only answer key but how to get a detailed solution uh, these are the
Uh,
things, sir.
yeah, regarding that solutions, I can't comment like why they're not giving and all. But there are other online forums where you can the immediately next day. If a trusted online forum is there, you will be easily finding the solutions. In fact, you can get those solutions by yourselves, and you can match it with the key. And I think there may be some mail ID for sure. If you have any doubts in keys, also you can say. Okay, this is the last question. Coming to your first question, like what is the exact preparation strategy? In fact, if you are asking for the this diploma level entry, yeah, you mentioned about the skill test. Yes, that needs to be attempted with care. That yeah, you can contact me later because I have not attempted that test because that is not there for the this degree level entry. But still, we can I can guide you on that by referring you to some concerned person. And coming to the preparation strategy in general for any exam, so what I feel that you need to focus a lot on practicing the papers. You need to understand how the questions are being asked, what is the level of that questions. You need to do a lot of research on the question paper itself first. So and this is one thing. Other thing is getting the good clarity on the concepts, because once you get good clarity on the concepts, any question which comes in front of you, you can answer. And if it is from any exam, like it's for ISRO or DRDO or GATE or anything, if you have a good clarity on the concepts along with the practice, you can easily crack any exam. That's what I feel. And what I have done, I have an integrated preparation approach. I have not prepared separately for this exam or that exam like that. Though I have seen the question papers and some targeted preparation was there and which were very related, but overall I was getting a good understanding of all the concepts in ISRO. In EC. Then a little bit of focus approach for the paper specific things. Like if ISRO exam is coming, then we need to focus more on that. And if a DRDO exam is coming, they need to focus more on that pattern. So that kind of things we need to do. You need to manage your this time as well as your the syllabus and all. I hope
Uh,
I answered your question.
yes, sir. Thanks a lot for this amazing session. Thank you,
Thank you.
Mr. Melissa, for sharing your knowledge and experiences with us. Thank you again for answering our all questions, doubts. Your words have ignited a spark in our hearts and mind, motivating us to aim higher and dream bigger. To all our participants, thank you two guys, for joining us tonight. Remember, the path to success at ISRO begins with the determination and a thirst for knowledge. Keep striving towards your goal, and who knows, we might see some of you making groundbreaking contributions to space exploration in future, right? In some
Right.
missions, in Mangalyaan Mission 5, in Mission 3,
Right.
right? Uh, so yeah, thanks a lot. Now we can wind up the session. And even if, like, if Sir wants, we can have another session as well, right? Based on his time and like availability. Yeah.
Fine, fine. Yeah, I would like to thank you all for joining in this session. So it's a like, great feeling for me to
Thank
share
you
my
very much,
thoughts
sir.
with you. And I feel that okay, many of you will be joining ISRO, and in fact, I no wonders if you join along with me also. I am waiting for you guys. Just come on board.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. And thanks a lot, participants.
Thank you all. Thank you all.
Okay.
Thank you.
So all the participants, I'm sharing some links and you can get the like recording and all. So I guess I have pinned the search social, like social media handles, Instagram and LinkedIn. The session is officially over. Those who want to leave, they can leave. These are just few things which I'm like stating, right? So search email ID is there, LinkedIn is there, Insta is there, right? And we will be sharing the recording on Sundarban's YouTube channel. Again, it's pinned, right? At the same time, I'm sharing some of our socials, Sundarban's social. Give me a second. And as of now, we are having a lot of series like Gate series and Placement series. Uh, Please check your mails. We used to send a lot of mails regarding these series, right? Yeah, give me a second, and then we can. Yeah. So these are our socials, Sundarban socials, right? So this is our YT, Insta, and LinkedIn. Huh? Thanks a lot for joining. Bye. Have a great night. Bye bye. Okay. Let me stop the recording first. Yeah.